do got it. My relative come up. Just come up. I got it. I'll just need to know. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, like 1 to go. You'll just need to let me know so we can watch the field and get caught up. Do got it. My relative come up.
I did give Woody a talk about
yeah, like 1 to go.
jumping the start, so he should be good.
All right.
That actually worked out pretty well. Looks like everyone got out of the way.
Whoever hit the wall stayed in the wall. About your quarterback situation there in Denver, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Man, I was hoping there was some way to tighten this thing. I knew it wasn't going to happen.
I'm in the process of moving, and I always have my phone on Do Not Disturb. I didn't even realize the trade happened until a friend started spamming me with calls.
Right.
I'm in the process of moving, and I always have
Mabel said the guy behind him is blinking.
I didn't even realize the trade happened until a friend started spamming me with calls.
Right.
Mabel said the guy behind him is blinking.
Can y'all tell who that is blinking third in line on the outside?
That would be Michael.
Can y'all tell who that is? That's who I thought it was.
That's why I didn't race the starting. The speaker didn't spot it, I thought.
Javon, do you have sim racing apps? Do you use it?
I use Racing Labs. I have Racing Labs.
All right. Sim racing app is free. I actually went away from Race Lab because of this, and it is super easy to be admin with this if you want to check it out.
Download the app.
Sim racing apps or app.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
I mean, I've got my admin button box basically on one side of my screen, and I've got my camera box on the other where I can switch the camera angles real quick. You can see all the car or trucks, whatever. It's pretty sweet.
I'm looking for it right now.
I didn't even see how many laps Adam went down.
Lap 6. Lap 6.
No, I mean Adam. I don't know how many laps down Adam went when he got that accident. Yeah, we're going fast
I think there's one.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Well, we're going to have a caution eventually.
Is it sim racing apps, right?
Yes.
If you scroll to the bottom, there's like a list of things you can download. I think it's like the .exe file or something like that.
Yeah, and it integrates right into iRacing. So awesome. This is where, if we're going to get one, we're about to get it in the next, I'd say 5 laps. If we don't get a caution in 5 laps, and they'll run. Probably most of them run free. Cause
They're getting Nancy.
yeah, people start getting tired after about lap 6 or 7. Especially guys with
hang out.
4. That's what I'm doing.
Would have gone with me when we caught the pack. It would have been all right. We could run with hung out, but now that we're so far back.
I'm trying to qualify the best I can. Try to stay up front, lead a lap real quick, and then bail to the back. That's going. If I race any, that's going to be the way I'm going to do it.
I didn't make it back. I don't really care. I mean, it didn't matter till 17.
Yeah, we only had one heat again. Me and Jerry talked about it, and we were just kind of. That's because Michael's trying to back up. He's backing up on the outside blinking.
See him. I just couldn't. I'm so close to that muscle as I was. I couldn't see him. Awesome. I was totally out of the throttle.
Well, me and Jerry talked last night, and that's why he's trying all 3 different types of qualifying, 4 races each, and just see what everybody likes.
I like the heat races. I just can't make Wednesday nights. But again, like I told him when he first started talking about it,
Well, we got something. We moved it back to 9s with these, or to try to draw in more people. So my other thought was, let's go back to what we were doing, move it to 7:30 Eastern, do a little 30-minute warm-up, and then do a qualifying, and then do the 2 heats the night of the race. And you're still starting the race somewhere around 9 Eastern.
well, the guys on the West Coast get screwed by that. That was the problem. It was like Coleman and I think Ambrose couldn't make the 7:30.
Yeah, but if you can't make it, that's fine. You get a provisional because everybody's going to make the race. And you line up by your points. So that's what I said. It's kind of hard to appease everybody. So it's just kind of be one of those things. And I'm like you. I can't. Super speedway, I can care less about qualifying. I don't know what
Just came down and about punted Kyle. I'm not sure what Newton was doing there, man. It looked like he just hung a left.
Okay, so I think I have it downloaded. So what am I looking for the apps?
It doesn't actually have to install, so what it does is it runs a local server on your machine, and then a separate app called Electron essentially opens automatically, and then you can pick up the dashboard. So in the top couple of selections, when you turn it on, there should be a bunch of different like small thumbnails of different options you can pick, and in those top couple, there's one there called Admin.
I think it's called Race Administrator, isn't it?
Yep,
Something
that's
like
it.
There's a
And it has
bunch
pretty
of
much
them.
everything
There's a
you-
spotter one. There's a replay control.
Oh, I stopped looking right at it.
They say the crew chief when it's really spotter crew chief is really good if that's what you're doing.
It is. It's got really nice camera controls on it. The only downside to the admin one is it doesn't have a clear all.
Yes,
So-
it does say clear all penalties, but you have to click on every one of them. So you have to have a hotkey on your keyboard or button box for clear all.
Also, be cognizant of that because whatever button you click last, so like if you click to kick somebody out and you click, disqualify, and then you click their name, it stays on disqualify. So if you click somebody else's number by accident, it will disqualify.
Yes. You got to hit the button, then hit the number.
Okay.
I did that the other night. That's what I did a few weeks ago, Dan, when I kicked whoever it was. Oh, it was Woody.
Me, bastard.
Oh, did I kick you?
Yeah.
Oh, then it was you. Because that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, it was on the Saturday next year.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad Cush took off this weekend, which I may host some races. I don't know. I know tomorrow night I'm going to throw my dart league, and then Saturday's my anniversary. So we were talking about going out, just doing something in the afternoon. When we get back home, and I might just get on Saturday and throw some stuff up.
Okay, congratulations.
I appreciate it, man. I found somebody that put up with me for 15 years now. Well, we've been together 17, but married 15.
Almost my lifetime.
You just got to find the one.
I think this one, I just need to find a one.
Well, I tried a first one, it didn't work, so I had to divorce
Gotta
that
get back
one.
up on that horse, huh?
Yeah, I had to get rid of that one, move on. Nah, the first one was my fault. I married because my grandfather told me to because she was pregnant. All the green trucks are on the bottom.
Yeah, there was a lot of green trucks.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
lost the whole front pack because of Newton dicking around.
Yeah, Kush told me last night, he said, I'm muting everything. I'm doing nothing but racing and talking to my chat.
I figured when he didn't jump in admin that he wasn't getting on anything tonight.
No, but he don't want to influence anything. And I get it. I mean, and he doesn't mean to. And that's what we were talking about. It's not that he really means to. It's just that he's the boss. And what do you sometimes that, messes up your judgment.
Yeah, he has skin in the game, essentially.
Right. Well, and that's why, like I said, we had a guy in here the other day. I don't even know how old the guy was. He was fanboying like crazy over Jerry. Me and Dan was talking. He's like, "Oh, you really get to talk to him?" And Dan was like, "Yeah." And then he just kept on, and that's why I knew then. I was like, "Kush can't take the race control. He's got to race. He's got to be in there." Yeah. And then he. I mean, you would have thought it was freaking Dale Jr. that we were talking about.
Weird, really weird.
And then he went on and won a race that night.
I almost asked him if he knew something about Kush that I didn't.
I mean, he knew a lot, didn't he?
Yep.
Unless it was somebody playing us.
I don't think so. He sounded too dumb.
Well, I mean, we didn't have a good turnout either, honestly.
Tonight? How many trucks do we have?
Well, wait, no, never mind. That's 24. Okay.
We had a full truck.
Yep.
We're a quarter of a track behind now because of that first shift.
But the problem is, Ryan joined the league. He couldn't come in, and there was 38 trucks racing, but we only have 24 running.
Not that quick.
Or excuse me, when I went back to the, you know what? No, it meant you could get 38. He had it limited to 38. That's what it is. I don't know why I wouldn't let Ryan. Javon, has he sent you a invitation to the league? Or are you in the league?
Yeah, I'm in the league.
Okay. Well, of course, because you're in there. Never mind.
I wonder if I go out and come back in, it'll let me.
Not now.
No.
it's closed, isn't it?
Yeah, if you went out
Oh,
back out, you can only come back in as you previously registered. It won't let you change to a driver. Because I accidentally came in as a driver. I meant to piggyback in.
And it doesn't matter. It's not like there are 14 extra spots if we're coming as drivers.
Right. Well, I think we had 30 paid, and there's several that just didn't show up.
You're gonna have that.
It is St. Pat Day too.
Yeah, but I don't think we've had a full field yet. I mean, there's a couple that's not even raced with us that paid the $25.
I felt like we had a pretty good turnout last week. For better or worse.
Yeah, but I mean, we've got 2 or 3 that's paid that's never accepted their iRacing invitation. Yeah, you have Christy or Cheryl is one, and Mr. Jim, I think, is another one, and...
He came in practice last week and then didn't race. Or 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Okay, well, then he accepted his. There was another one. Oh, a Gerald Miller. We ran one night, and they thought me, Gerald, and JR was all brothers. Because Kush was like, how in the world do you get in touch? And I was like, man, I don't know the dude. I'm sending him and we've sent him messages on Discord and on iRacing. Both of us have. We ain't heard anything from him, so I mean, I hope everything's all right with him.
We really haven't seen. Well, Cheryl was in here last night, but We haven't really seen Christie at all work in.
No, not at all. I mean, they was running every time we throwed up a lobby. I mean, even if I throwed one up.
Yeah.
Christy or Cheryl sent me a message 2 or 3 weeks ago that she was throwing up a lobby about the same time as Cush's, and I went in there for a little bit, but I mean, I couldn't stay. Ryan, it's gonna be a little bit for me to get everything I want. I gotta get a new computer first.
Yeah, I called you. That's why I called you today, but I didn't know she knew about it, so I didn't bring it up.
Oh, yeah, she knows that I'm gonna do it, but I've got a budget and we're good. We just do it at the right time. Once I build my budget or my account up, I can buy whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, I recently built a new computer. And it's a good bit of money I spent on it.
I think I'm gonna get someone to build me one instead of just buying one, because I want to tell them what I want to do exactly, and then they can build that computer for exactly what I want.
Definitely get one built by someone, not like a pre-built from the manufacturer. So I bought that Asus pre-built because I wanted the graphics card out of it, and the graphics card's great, but everything else was shitty. It was like builder-grade material.
Well, I asked Ryan what was the cheapest thing I could get to run iRacing, and he got me this Dell computer, and it was cheap, but I mean, it does what I want in the beginning, but I think that's some of my issues now that I've expanded into doing other
You know
stuff.
what you need to do though, right? After that,
What?
use that Dell as your streaming PC.
I
That would
think
be a good idea. I was considering that because when I switched jobs, I won't move too, and I was thinking about using the other one for either streaming or just Discord on a track.
I was going to use it to replace my office computer, but I mean, that was just for the hell of it, because office computer can't even download iRacing.
I mean, you don't have to, but that's the way I do it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a good idea. Or either, how much, I'd have to give you the specs on my other computer to see if it was stream. Probably won't, because it won't even do iRacing.
Just a heads up. Shit, what's the, I'm drawing a blank. Hold on. The folks that Russia's invading right now, what's their names?
Ukraine.
Do what? Oh,
Ukraine. So Ukraine is responsible for like 89% of the world's silicon,
oh no.
which is, or some material that's used in silicon. So that chip shortage that's getting better right now, it's going to get worse.
Yep.
That's why Apple's looking at like an $11 billion investment in the people that build their chips to build another plant in like Saudi Arabia or some shit.
We could
Well,
build
there's
it
one in
there.
India that they finally can start using.
I think we're opening one up near California, out west.
Problem is, it's not going to help if we can't get the material for the chips,
That is
True.
correct.
True.
That is
Good point.
correct.
especially
We
when
have-
Russia eventually does take over them. Like that, they're going to limit what we can get.
Well, Clint, I'm not going to try to jinx us here, but you know, we are coming up on green flag pit stops in the super speedway race. So looks like we're going to maybe think we can get caution free out of this race tonight.
Everything looks. Oh. Wait.
We have puff of smoke.
Oh
Over the
no!
wall.
What happened?
That was close.
Ooh.
Somebody slid into the wall getting on pit road, but I mean, that's on them. That's Woody, the 14, I believe.
He's not drinking tonight.
He might need
That's
to
just lack of
start.
talent.
Got a group
That's
of
what I
three that
told him. He's
stayed
an
out.
excuse. Yeah, that's me, Kyle, and Adam. Adam's down a lap though.
My thing is, I'm gonna drink when I'm racing, but I know when to get out and watch. I used to All right, whoever
let's
that
see if I
just
can-
went out on the track, they will have to serve their penalty. If anybody asks for black flag cleared, no, I'm not sure exactly who that was.
Oh, 04 stopped on track. Oh, he's wrong.
So,
Shit, I forgot to uncheck my password.
yeah, I don't know who it was. I couldn't go back and find it, and I didn't try to rewind it. But nobody's asking, so. And it may not give it to them.
There's a good group here of
Leaders are rolling.
what's crazy is it shows Todd is in first place, but he's behind this group in front of him. Oh, never mind. That's
Hit refresh at that point.
never mind, that's Kush. Never mind.
Yeah, I think you have to go around. Actually, I picked up the wrong crew sheet, so I don't have to scanning.
Ryan, that was something else I found out that was killing my internet. If I watch my Twitch, or even if I pull up, like I was sometimes watching 2 or 3 guys' Twitches, and I can't even watch one person now. It drags it down so bad.
What kind of internet connection you have?
AT&T fiber, but I am on Wi-Fi, but I was having no problems. Then we started having a little bit of issues, so then I went and bought boosters, and we didn't even find any help in the booster.
Yeah, I wouldn't have turned the booster anyways.
Well,
Try to use your computer as like a booster as well, and it works much more efficient.
Well, I've got a friend of mine that is the IT guy, just moved here from California. So he is supposed to, he says he thinks my house is wired with whatever you need for Ethernet, and that he can get my phone jack in my room changed over. I just hadn't had a chance to do it.
Yeah, because how old is your house?
09, I think, is when it was constructed. So either 9 or 10 when somebody moved
Yeah,
in.
it's probably new enough that they used network cable for the phone line, so you could convert it.
Well, downstairs where our dining room is, that was someone's office because there's like 4 or 6 phone line jacks, then there's like 4 or 6 Ethernet jacks, and then there's even outlets in the floor, like if it was sitting under a desk. So that's why he thinks everything will be wired for what I need.
Yeah, because if you go to wired, you'll see a big difference.
Yeah, that's what I used to have. Yeah, the Cat 5, that's what, because others Cat 5 or Cat 6, but I don't think I'm doing that with Cat 6.
You don't really need Cat 6. That's a 10 gig maximum. You'll never have to have that much. Cat 5
Yeah, you could do Cat 5e and be fine.
Okay.
Probably even 5 and be fine.
5, I believe, is capped at 100 meg. So you need 5E for a gig.
Yeah, I have 5e pretty much and some 6 in my house just because when I bought some 6 it was just as cheap as the 5e anymore.
Yeah. You can also use coax if you have regular 5 and more than 100 meg. You can run over that cost coax. It's really good.
I hope I don't encounter any of those problems. Because I have FiOS top premium internet package, and I run FiOS off Wi-Fi.
I have FiOS here too. I'm hardwired and get about 900 down and 900 up.
Yeah.
That's almost exactly what I get.
I download games on PS5 wired, I download games 60, 70 gigabyte games.
Man, last fall I was working in Michigan, in Midland, Michigan, and was iRacing the leagues, and that's how I met Jerry, sitting in a hotel room running off my cell phone. The cell phone had that good a service there, but I never once didn't have full internet 4G. And if you look at Midland, Texas, it's in the middle of, Midland, Michigan is pretty much in the middle of nowhere. What got them is Dow Enterprises or whatever. They have a big factory. Yep, Austin Dillon goes up there all the time. I met a couple of guys that knew me.
This house I'm in now, real close to high power lines. So our Wi-Fi connection is bad. You get like 400 down. But it gets you out of the
Pretty sure that's why. No, Kyle leaving.
No, he's leaving.
Oh no. No, he is set. He did get shot.
Yeah, Keith, I do think I'm going to switch from this big 49-inch, sell it and get triples.
I don't blame you, man. I went and drove Jeff's, and like I said, he's got the $3,000 wheel and pedals and triples and everything. But the triples I love and stuff. And he had the NASCAR rim, which I freaking love. You talking about hold a line? I mean, I could literally run around here and be on that yellow line and go watch a replay, and you see me never move on.
I'm on a 34. It's not terrible. But the triple is better.
Oh, he's not stepping up. Young Buck gonna get him straight. See, after that,
Come together a little bit after last week.
that and I just love that kid. I know he's been with Chris for such a long time. For him to sit in there and talk with us and have legitimate issue. I mean, he had a legitimate drive. He just sat in there and just like he was damn 50 or 60-year-old man. I just felt like he had great poise. I don't feel like some of these other guys, the young may not take to that. Would have more
A
excuses.
couple older guys that were other stuff.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Well, like we told him, looking from his cockpit, I agree with him 100%. When you back it down and you break it down, then and you were wrong, you know. Me and Coach talked about that stuff.
I don't like it.
Right, no, well, that's what me and Coach talked about last night. And he said, well, this is the rule, it's NASCAR rule. And so we're doing NASCAR. I said, yeah. He said, that's the rule, Keith. I said, okay. Because I was talking about trying to change it. And he was like, nope. I never liked it.
They've been working on that. I don't either, but they've been working on that roll package since 1948. They have a little more time on them.
I think if I can go through that grass next to pit road and never get on pit road and pass you, then I should be able to take the lead.
We have guys that would try that, though.
I know one right off the bat. Adam would be the
Yeah.
first.
Yep.
But you
I
know,
tried it
even
the
if
other
you,
night. It is not as easy as it looks.
it's not as fast either cutting down through pit road as you think it is.
Well, pit road it is, but I mean through the grass, it wasn't.
Well, even pit road, I mean, because you get singled out by yourself once you get back on the track, they just freight train you.
Yeah, I mean you and I
Almost halfway.
tandem drafted through there the other day. It wasn't bad.
A lot of helicopter activity around my house.
Oh, it's EJ.
They're
He's not
looking
here
for
tonight.
you.
I hope not. I hope he stays his ass up in Davidson County. Leave us alone down here.
And if we catch this lead pack, we get 100% because of Muscle. He's been pushing hard.
He will too. I don't see how
Good
that dude
pushes,
does it
too.
on a fucking freaking controller. Neither.
I have no idea, but he's on me almost the entire way on the track.
Which
Really
one?
good choice.
Who is it?
Kyle Kushnick, or however you pronounce it. Yeah, cooking ball, whatever you
24.
get.
He's in here now?
Yeah, he's
No,
a 24.
He's a 24 in a race, but yeah, he's on controller.
Serious?
Yes, yes, 100%. And when he's good, he's great. But when he's off, he's freaking terrible.
Watch him when he leads. He is a much better pusher than he is leader. When he leads, he gets real squirrely.
Yep, he's watching
But
too
when he has
much
something he
rearview
can
mirror.
focus, yeah. When he has something he can focus on, like right now, he's a fantastic pusher.
I learned that when we was running like these super speedways. If I'm in the front or I'm getting pushed, I don't look in my mirror. I'm watching wherever I'm at on the track.
I'm watching
holding
muscles
that
a
back.
little bit just so that I can make micro adjustments to where he's pushing. Some of these he's gotten a little high, and I can slide up just a hair and help him out.
And see, I'm not good enough to do that because if I try to move with the car or truck behind me, I'm moving too much. They're not moving enough, or vice versa, whatever. So that's why I just try to focus and say, you just beat the shit out of my bump, but you got to hit me in the right spot.
See, I'm going down the back.
Uh-oh, they're gonna hit that.
right in there.
This pack's coming up to these two to see what happens.
Yeah, it's about time we're coming up on halfway. So, I mean, hey, we've run several of these before league races, and this is the way they run: green flag. I literally had to pit and go take a piss because we never could get a yellow flag.
I think when you get everyone split up like this, it helps. We never really got the separation.
Well, I mean, that, and I think laying out the rules tonight too. Like, hey, we're tired of the bullshit, and that's what Kush texted me. He said, "I'm tired of the bullshit. Fucking make them drive right. We're all fucking grown. I'm ready to get rid of them." Yes, sir, boss.
I was surprised Todd
Yes,
was
sir,
back. I
boss.
thought he was seriously going to get rid of him.
He's serious. He's very serious. Not like one offense, but he's tired of the same ones.
Well, it's
Nope.
everything you do he's upset about.
No matter what they bring to the table, it doesn't matter. If they're not driving right, they gotta go. And that's because I was talking with somebody else yesterday that had several sponsorship opportunities, but he's a questionable driver. And Kush said, I don't know if I want to deal with that. And I was like, okay, we'll wait and see how the year plays out. Because he has connections with who we have connections with. So that was our conversation. Do we really need him or not?
Yeah.
And it was somebody I never dreamed that would know the people he knew when he messaged me yesterday, like, hey man, come call me.
I want to
You can go on-
iRacing chat at full. Like 9 laps, I'm going in, guys.
You can go on Discord and see who that actually was. I just don't want to do it because I'm streaming.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I think we need a caution.
Hold on.
We need
That must know. He's in the other Discord, so
Just watch for the arc of braking, everybody.
well, Woody was about to do it until I got him.
I'm watching right now. I'm rewinding.
This team in the draft. They need to go all in right now.
I like that. That's a good attitude.
Warp is getting really good. He was a complainer, but he's gotten a lot better.
You give 98 an EOL because we're all gonna get in trouble from him.
Did that give it to him?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
He blew an engine and was looking for a push. Should have done that first.
Well, it almost looked like it was net code there. All right, guys, I say the O2 just come up a little bit. I wouldn't say EOL. I think he probably thought he was clear, but let's just watch him for future incidents.
Yeah, I almost think it was net code. I don't think he even touched him.
I didn't zoom in, but that's why I was kind of thinking you, because it net coded like what it was entering the tri-oval, and I thought that's where the wreck was, and they straightened out. That's why I said I stopped what I was saying.
I saw myself totally sideways right in front of Kyle on pit road.
Yeah, it looks like the O2. It looks like they touch, but I don't think they really do.
Kyle, I forgot to let you know Tim's been giving Dan some lessons, on how to drive. Oh, I said that in the wrong one. I probably shouldn't say it at all.
Dude, I usually drop in second, and I didn't. I switched to first by accident, and it sent me straight broadside right in the middle of pit road.
I bet it did.
Like, whoops.
I'm still looking
Luckily
at
it
it
was
on
him.
my screen. 51 didn't touch him at all.
Well, we didn't penalize anybody, so no harm done.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, see, I forgot to even use my darn sim racing app on that one to use the camera to make it quicker.
Oh yeah, that view previous crash button is fantastic. It is a little glitchy, because for some reason sometimes it'll give you like 3 different, like 10th of a second apart, 3 different quote-unquote crashes.
Yeah, I'll try to do that next time. And I went and set up some of my camera views because like Spotter, I'm just watching for wrecks, and then I've got 3 other cameras where I'm zooming in on the wreck. As long as I know the truck number. Pump back up. Guess everybody got their wave around or whatever.
None of us are actually allowed down there.
I thought Adam. Maybe he got his.
Oh yeah, that's right. Adam was left down there.
Showing Newton 3 laps down, Rice 1, Parks 1, Davis 2. Okay. Showing Ambrose 1, Coleman 1, and Johnny James 1. So you got several trucks right now. Anybody watching the broadcast?
I really right now. Oh my Lord,
Is he on Twitch?
Yeah, it's Wicked Speed Broadcasting. Yeah, he's a younger guy. His tone is not the best in the world, but dude's trying. He's an amateur, and that's why Jerry's just going to try to help him. Like what he said. That's what we are. Yeah, we're amateurs.
I like that he's putting up.
He's trying. He's got 5 viewers just on Twitch. Well, that's my thing. I should have let him know that I wasn't even running tonight.
I wonder if he can see us in here.
Pretty sure he can see almost everything. And I talked to Jerry about maybe trying to give us
I'm
some
going to talk to him about that tonight.
admin.
Situation like this.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He said you should have it. He said, I don't know why you don't. And I was like, well, I don't though. And then we got on something else last night and got to see why I didn't. Because he's given me and you certain duties, but it's not enough to drag people in different ways. That's all I want. That way, especially like being race control, somebody comes at us kind of a little bit hostile, like drag them out of the general chat. Oh, there went one. All right, this is gonna be good. But we could drag somebody out real quick or silence them real quick, you know, so it's not derogatory to the league.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, with you guys race controlling, you really
Did you
need
just
to be
hear
able
that?
to do that.
What'd he say?
No.
He got pushed into the pits. He got a black flag. 4
Who
car,
was
I
it?
think.
Bill something. Bill Walker.
It's the number 4. He got pushed down on that. The double O, the 02 ran into double O and flew the 4 into it.
I had him turned down too much.
Yeah, I don't think there was any. I think that was just a racing incident. It was just one guy came down and the other guy checked up and it pushed him down.
Yeah, that's what I think Williams said.
I got 50. I had the 51. He came down on the 14. The double load checked up and the 2 ran into him, and that's what pushed the 4 off the track.
Okay. Yeah, and William Rice, the 51, he's our sponsor for the first 4 races. I think it is our first 6.
He piped up and owned that. He said, I think that was my fault.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't totally paying attention.
I wasn't
don't
either
let
until
that-
the guy said the black flag, so I went back and watched it.
Yeah, don't let that decide in any of y'all's decisions if we're not up here. Ryan, if you and Javon wind up doing this and I go back to racing, y'all know that it doesn't matter who it is, penalize us. Do what's right for the league, not for the person.
Well,
That
I'm gonna
goes for
give you
Jerry,
penalties
too.
all the time.
Well, I know you will. We family. I know how you gonna do that. But no, Jerry wants the same thing. He don't want any special treatment.
Left me hanging, bastard.
If we can do this at Legacy Daytona, or is this regular Daytona?
This is regular.
Even if we can do this at regular Daytona, there's no reason we can't do this at freaking Talladega, caution free.
It's probably gonna end up being a caution. Yeah, I keep feeling like Todd's getting uncomfortably close to me for no reason.
The Todd's normally pretty good, man. I mean, that's how I met him in a super speedway league, and he used to be really, really good. But I know all of us have our off times.
He can be. He straight up dumped me in practice. So.
No, he did not do that. You come down on him.
I was below him,
Hey,
and I went
You
up and
came
did
up.
outside wall. I did not.
which
I'm
one is the
saying
one
that-
you're talking about with the camera controls that works really well?
Spotter / broadcaster or something like that.
I think you're right.
It's aggressive, but I want to keep the hell away from him.
Damn, I can barely read that one. Let me try a different one.
You can make it bigger.
Well, I'm on my iPad using it,
Oh yeah, okay.
but I picked the 60 one, the one that says 60 on it. Let me see if I can find the other one.
So they're working on a V3 for that, and they're gonna allow you to make your own layout, which will be awesome.
Yeah, I can barely read this stuff.
There's another one that's called, I think, just like camera control or something that gives you some of the same controls.
Or maybe what I'm on. That's what I'm trying to find real quick.
Yeah, the camera control's not as nice.
No, it's missing a couple of features.
I'll probably next time use my extra monitor. This is what I normally use when I'm in the race because I can do touchscreen and touch stuff and it changes stuff in the car for me.
The touchscreen is really, really nice for admin controls. Because I have an old all-in-one that's touchscreen, and when I'm up in my parents' house in Pennsylvania, I use it for admin controls. It's fantastic.
So they're working on a new version of this?
Yeah, it's in one of the patch notes I was reading through the other day. I don't know how long it's going to take them or how long they've been working on it. Fuck. Come on, Woody.
2 didn't break.
Oh shit, neither did whoever just nailed me. That's William, 51.
I don't think 2. I think 2 ARCA break.
Look at the 14 and
Yo,
the 51.
Y'all go back and look at them. Let me know.
14
I'll go
will
back and look
definitely.
too, and then each one of you give me your opinion, and we'll go with majority.
14 just obliterated everybody in front of him.
Yeah,
Almost.
the first
What I
part of catch
pretty
that.
much thought. He's notorious for that.
2 also. He didn't run in anyone, but he didn't slow down.
Check William after he spun because he doored me in the middle of the grass, so I don't think he locked it down. So 51.
Changing the subject, camera selector 30 is what I have, Ryan.
Okay, I'll look in a minute.
All right, y'all said the 2.
14.
Yeah, I felt like the 2 also. He went down on the apron and just kept on going.
I wouldn't give them the EOL until after pit cycles, though. So I don't know if you can make it up or not.
I mean, he could have let go of the gas, but he sure was still hauling. What did you call it, Keith?
Oh, the.
I'm gonna let 2 get away with it because I'd have done the same thing.
No, the thing
yeah,
on
he
the
was
thing,
out
it was
the gas
something
for
30.
a while. He was out the gas a while.
Woody did too. If you get in the cockpit, he's not back on the gas until everybody's ready.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yep.
I
Now
found
the
that
actual
31
wreck.
you said.
Who started the actual wreck?
I'm not sure. It happened in front of me.
All right, let me go back and look. I'm right here on Woody. That's 51 just came down. I mean, it's all on William.
Watch him the whole way through, though. Did he lock up his brakes or not?
Who, William?
Yeah. 'Cause he nailed me in the door when we were going through the grass.
All right, let me go get his view.
That's his second accident, by the way.
I'm loving this so far that you just showed me this camera select.
No. He was definitely trying not to wreck. Did you get that, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just kind of along for the ride. I don't know if he was hitting his brakes, but he was in the grass, no gas at all.
Yeah, I couldn't. Last I saw him, he was still on pavement. And then I got doored, so I wasn't sure what happened.
Yep. See, he was off even before. Well, he was still on the pavement as well.
Yeah, he was getting pushed in front of me. I dropped down into the grass to get away from him after Woody asked back. They need to tighten this up, dude. Look behind me. There's 2-3 car lengths between us. Whoever's behind me just have the worst start.
I'm gonna, I'll have me a notepad next week, and I'll have it up here, and that way when they go to doing that, I'm gonna start writing their numbers down.
Just it's upside line after me. It's just
yeah, it was bad. Even the bottom line was bad because in the rules it said you must be
I was telling Woody and those guys half a car length at most. CJ was bitching that if we get too tight, then you can't see anything. You end up ass backing the guy in front of you. And I was trying to explain to him that the more room we give each person, the more that happens.
Yeah, no. you get up on the bumper of the car in front of you, and it either goes on green or it goes on the leader, and you don't go until the car in front of you goes. I mean, it's not hard. I get great
It really
restarts every
isn't.
week. I mean, most of my restarts, I have to freaking not shift when I want to because I'm pedaling the throttle
Yep.
because everybody in front of me can't go.
That's what they were bitching. Like, it's so hard to not hit the guy in front of you. I don't know if I've ever hit anyone in front of me on a restart.
If I'm
It's just
close enough
dead on.
to you, I'm not going to hit you. I'm going to push you. That's the whole
Yeah.
concept of me being on your bumper and me and you going on green at the same time. I mean,
Well, that's like that last restart. I pushed this Wesley in front of me just a hair, and it was fine. But it was just because he shifted too damn early.
but I mean, not
What,
only that, just know what you're doing.
what lap are y'all showing?
I'm showing 62
19
of
to
80.
go. Yeah,
Okay.
62 to go.
Mine felt like I was behind whenever I heard it say green, but maybe I'm okay.
The sim racing on certain things is a little bit behind.
Let's go in the wall.
Are you running up front now? Okay, I see 7.
Yeah, I'm 7. I came down on, man, I was clear, but I'm talking inches on Woody. Spooked him in the middle of the turn.
Shit. Duggar did that shit to me one night and then hollered at me. How'd you like or that scared shit out of me, Keith? I was like, you damn right it did.
I had to get down, man. This line in front of me was too disorganized. Now that Eli's running it, won't be as bad.
And Kyle's pushing him. So, oh, nope, Kyle went to the bottom. Kyle is no friend. He should have been named Kyle Bush.
Although he's a hell of a pusher when you need him. Well,
Kyle Bush is pretty good at that, too.
Waits in front of me. He's getting frustrated. Who is in front of Kyle White? Is that Jerry?
I don't know. I don't have a standings. I just have relative for the top 5.
Can't see it. It's a green truck, but
All right, you talking about who's in front of Jerry?
Kyle White.
No, what did you? Who did?
I'm looking. I'm trying to figure out. Oh shit! There goes a 17.
Oh shit.
Let her go. Let her go. Let her go.
Yeah, it's only 2 cars.
And they're off the track.
Feel bad for the guy on the inside, whoever that was.
I think it was Woody.
That was Woody. That's another. That's another one.
Was that Woody's fault, or did he come down on him? Oh, it's Todd. That makes sense. Attaboy, Woody. He got taken out, and he's still the voice of reason. Good for him, man. I'd have been pissed.
I don't know if I agree with either of them.
I'm trying to find it. I'm to deal with them
I couldn't
running
see
their
it
damn
now.
mouth.
25 was the one that really caused it, but they were both sort of almost met at the same time.
What lap was it?
64. Do the 17 or the 25 and you'll see it. Right after pit lane, I think.
God damn. Muscles is having a hell of a time here. Oh shit! Muscles just went up and got the 16. Fuck. God damn it! I'm trying to stay on the median.
Why does that say 17, but there's no 17? Is that not a 17 car?
I think he's the 47.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. There. That was Muscles, man. He went up and tapped the 16. Sent them both sideways. Looks like somebody just got sent down pit road.
I don't know where Todd and them got into it. I'm not seeing.
It wasn't really anything worth. They were sort of both at fault, even though they were yelling at each other.
Okay. Well, that's kind of like that too, Ryan and Javon. If y'all up here and you mute chat and you give it just 30 seconds to a minute and then open it back up, and if they go to running their mouth again, you boot them immediately. Because that is the, I'm slapping you on your hand, don't do that no more. Michael's drunk.
Coming to 10.
Alright, that was Todd pushing JR. Got JR loose. I don't think there was nothing bad about it. I'd actually call that on JR.
Should we start slowing down?
How many was that? I was trying to watch something else.
I don't know. It's doesn't have to.
Caution.
Okay. Could you say caution?
He said throw the caution, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it
I
was only
would've.
2 or 3, but the back half of us all had to stop for it.
Yeah, it was at least 6 trucks.
Oh, it's gonna give him unsafe exit too.
Did that give him an EOL?
Yes.
Okay. My admin functions are over that part on my screen, so I can't really see all of that. I'm just trying to make sure I clicked the right thing because I had given the 98 a EOL as well. And at that time, all I had to do was click the number instead of clicking both.
Kush is gonna get an EOL at that.
Well, I mean, I think that part's out of our hands. I don't agree with that either. I think he should be able to get it get back, because then I think in NASCAR you can get your position back.
But it automatically gives you the EOL for
I,
unsafe
I,
exit or whatever.
I think in this deal we just have to live with it. Which, I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
5 to go, starting at the very back.
Justin Williams wants a black clear for passing under caution. It's too late now.
He's at the back of the pack anyways. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, he's a mouthy guy. I kind of have to deal with him a little differently.
That's fine. I don't know if we can put him back without totally fucking up the lineup.
I don't think we need to do that. I think he's probably thinking the same thing we're thinking. I'm gonna take this one for the team, but it might be something we talk about in the future.
Yeah. I think the problem is it'll just be a nightmare trying to police that. I mean, I'm 8th. I'd gladly give him. Oh no, I guess I'm 6th. I would gladly give him the position, but. Give it thought.
Justin is Warp Lotus in Discord. Yeah.
Good lord, the 2 car is banged up.
Blanking has had some struggles in the past too.
You should see the back of the 78 truck.
All right, I'm just sitting in the spotter looking for a caution. So if you guys want to get focused in on what may happen closer, like front, middle, rear, whatever, because I'm going to be very, very strict on a caution unless one of you guys call it out.
I'm watching blimp and I'm way out so I can see the whole field. Well, most of the
Do we
field.
have any green, white checkers? How do I look at that real quick? I don't think we have any.
No.
Okay, we don't.
I
then.
assumed we were just sticking with the none in the last 5 laps.
Yeah, he was talking about changing that, but not yet. So yeah, we got this lap and then the completion of the next one. There's no more cautions. Makes it easy on race control. We can sit back and enjoy it.
Just along for watching.
Been some pretty damn good races.
Oh, it is Eli.
Yeah, I've sort of
Yeah.
been impressed. I mean, a couple of the ones were little wrecks.
Eli's the only yellow truck in the field that I can see.
Yeah. Well, I want to take that middle, but I don't want to do it yet. I'm making sure I don't go far enough up that I give him the opportunity because he
All
will.
right, well, as soon as I announce them right here, we're about to announce that there's no more cautions, I'll go to spotting for you.
What do we?
Looks like
When
over
is that
time to 2.
cut off?
5 to go.
5 to go, which will be the completion of this when it's 76 of 80.
Wow, no more cautions.
Nope.
Yep.
I think we're going to change it to green, white, checkered, but we're only going to do it with 3, but we just hadn't done it yet.
This is where I go inside of Todd and then spin him across
You're
my
asking
nose.
a
All right,
lot
cool
there,
deals.
Keith.
All right.
He's not giving me the room. I don't know this Bill behind me well enough to know if he's going to go with me on the outside or not.
All right, Eli's inside of your half off of Todd. Your half off Todd. The 4's full of length, truck length off you. You're half off. He's a quarter off. You're half off. He's a quarter. You're half. He's a quarter. You're half. Inside both. He's gaining. You can get closer. You're about a quarter. He's a quarter. You're about a half off of him. He's a quarter off of muscle. You're inside 2x2. You can push harder.
I don't want to get
You're
too
about
close
the
to
same
him and
distance.
Muscle because Muscle can't take the push.
No, you got plenty of room. He's a quarter. All right, back off a little bit. He's all right. There you go. All right, you're good. Push, push, push. You can push. He's a quarter off. He's a quarter off. He's a quarter off. Y'all had a real good run there when you give Todd that big. All right, ready? He's a quarter off. He's a quarter. When you push him right up to muscle, y'all have a real big run. So I'm just gonna call Todd's distance, not yours. So he's a quarter. Still about a quarter off. He's almost touching. He's a quarter off. He's a quarter off. He's a
I need
quarter
you to
off.
give me distance to the side if I end up taking this middle. That's where I always screw up.
Yeah, you let me know
Usually I
if you
go too far high. If I get the opportunity.
He's right on muscle. He's on muscle. He's touching muscle. He's touching muscle. You're a quarter off. He's a quarter off. You're a quarter off of Todd. He's a quarter off muscle. He's back to muscle. He's a quarter off. He checked up big time. We got to get you around
Yeah,
the
the
25.
33 came up.
Can somebody get me the 4 spotter and see if I can get him to come with the 90? Come on.
I'm gonna back off going into corner entry here in 1 and 2 and see if I can't time the run to get around him on the back stretch.
I think if you could pass Eli and form a middle lane, Eli would go with you, especially with.
He will, but I don't think I'm not comfortable going inside of Todd or Muscles for that matter. Let's see. I should time the run as long as they don't slide up if they're going to. Not give me any room. Come on.
Here comes the
Kyle
13.
White's outside. Go high. Go ahead. No. Stay low. Stay. You're in the middle. 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 Damn it. You're in the middle. You're in the middle. Kyle had a hell of a run if I could have got you up. I didn't see him
If
coming
you
out.
go up now.
You can go up now. Go up now. Go up now. Go up now. I don't know if Kyle can get back to you. Just stay that high line. Stay where you at. Kyle's falling back.
Walking me.
Just wreck his ass. Move him out of the way.
It's gonna take us all off.
You got the 13 coming back. You got Kyle coming back. That was it, wasn't it?
No.
Oh shit.
Oh, Kyle had nowhere to go. What the fuck?
Oh, no, he didn't mean to. He didn't mean to. He got pushed down. Motherfucker.
Fuck, every time. Muscles and Todd should not be up there.
They're about to wreck again. There they go. I told you.
Down on power, yeah, definitely. How fucked are they? Am I gonna pick anything up? I went from 9th to 14th.
I got red. I
11th, I guess that's not the worst thing. I cannot make it through the last lap of these things. No matter what I do.
I can't figure out what 74 was doing.
Yeah, we weren't going to do it by ourselves, so.
Never mind, he got help.
Nice. Thanks, Dave. Anytime, pal.
24 straight up dumped for the win.
For the win?
I'm going to get me a controller, fuck it, I'm done with the little guy. I do appreciate you not killing me on that last race.
24 did dump. 33. Oof. Oof.
Oh, that was the 2 that started that wreck with Eli. Eli was right.
Pushes me out the lane and then can't wreck me. Fucking amazing. Cleanest race of my life and all to get ruined by one idiot.
You know, I would argue that Todd should have held his damn brakes on that one, Keith.
I'm gonna go back and look. I'm trying to look at this with JR.
You looking at last lap?
Yeah, I'm looking at Kyle. No, man, Kyle didn't do anything wrong. Go back and look at his cockpit.
I want you guys to look at that last wreck in the.
Oh, we are. But we were just talking about it, Eli. I'm just watching Kyle because somebody thought that Kyle just straight up wrecked somebody for the win, and I just don't see like that's what's happening when you get in his cockpit. He's holding his line for the middle. JR slides up, and he gets into it. I mean,
Well,
Yeah, I'm taking a look at it right now. I was gonna say.
yeah, you slow
Eli,
it
for
way down, and you go, "Oh shit!" Because outside of it, I'm with you, dude. I was like, "Gosh, dang it, we're gonna have to do this shit again this week." But no, you go back to his cockpit. He
He's still
held
trying
his
to save
line.
it. Looks like
Yeah.
he's still trying to save it. Eli, you got dumped by the 2. At least that was
Yeah.
my opinion on watching it once.
yeah, he fucking just flat out dumped me. He got me loose into the tri-oval and then just straight up turned me when he couldn't hold it straight in the middle. So I'm fucking.
That's what I thought too.
It's
I mean, I was watching it from my
ecstatic.
perspective, but
I'm
What
fucking
lap?
ecstatic about that. The last lap, out of the tri-oval.
yeah, the one that took me out.
He just absolutely fucking wrecked
Todd.
me. I'm not even gonna fucking sugarcoat it. He just absolutely fucking dumped me, and I'm fucking
Yep.
pissed about it.
Yep.
Because
Well,
I ran
I'm
the
gonna be the
cleanest fucking race of my life.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate right here, and break it down like Kush says I always do. That I overanalyze everything. He did go up. I think he got scared when the truck was on the outside of him, and he turned back down, and then he got into you. I don't think it was intentional. You
Yeah,
did
but-
nothing wrong. It was all on him, but I don't think it was intentional. It looked like he got scared when he got up next to Todd.
Phil, if you can, he pushed me out loose, and then just straight up kills me. That's the main thing I'm pissed
okay.
about. He just
Okay.
pushes me loose out of the tri-oval, so I have to go down the lane to save it, and then he just straight up fucking kills me once he can't hold the line because 25 comes down.
Now Eli's
Yeah.
right. When he pushed you coming out of the tri-oval, he instead of lifting like a normal person and just letting you back
Yeah,
in where
he
you
just-
should have.
He just put it
He
3
went
fucking
high.
wide.
Well, I think I don't know what his point of view is, but he either saw the car above him and came back down, or he swung it right so hard that he got loose and came back and killed you. But either way, a blip of the throttle avoids that whole incident.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'm pissed about is he just
Oh,
didn't have a
no.
fucking care of the world.
Yeah, I don't think the
Watch his
25
eye.
moved at all. I think he, like you said, he just saw the car up
No.
there and it's like, oh shit, and then lost it.
Yeah, watch the cockpit.
On which one?
The 2.
The 2, Jason Blaney.
All right, and that was on lap 67.
No, 80.
79.
No,
70.
that's right. You're on 79.
80. Well, maybe it was 80. Or 79 coming to 80.
I don't think he could see Todd. He either got loose or just changed his mind. Because I turned the point of view way far back, like way zoomed out, so you could see that little quarter window on the passenger side, and you just barely see Todd in it, which most people don't race that far back.
Yeah, it just pisses me off because I raced the like one of the cleanest races of my life. I had 0 accidents to that point, and I get fucking no time.
He walked up. He watched it. He went to go around you and then started to push on him, and he panicked.
Yep.
Either way, you gotta just let off the throttle there and give Eli the spot back, because
Exactly.
you know you just pushed him out of line. And it's not like Eli lost any speed. Like, I got shuffled out earlier trying to avoid the bump. But like, I lost a ton of speed. I was stuck back there. Honestly, you didn't even drop the door.
No, but it got me loose enough. I had to lift.
Well, I'm saying, I don't think he ever lifted it.
I just know he pushed me loose enough that I had to lift and then he went around the outside and killed me. And there was a car in front of me too that I had to.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm saying is that is because from his viewpoint, it didn't look egregious in the sense that, like, he needed to go around you. Like, he could have easily just let the throttle off for a second and gotten back in it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like you're loose. It doesn't look like you're way under the yellow. He just never lifted and drove through you.
Yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous.
And
Hey, when you
honestly,
guys
the
are
checkup
done,
wasn't that bad.
when you guys are done reviewing the important stuff, I got something real stupid I want you to look at.
What's up, William? I can take a look.
No.
Only
no.
because
he's banned. Y'all didn't hear that? We banned William.
again,
Didn't you, like, was a lap down and come up in front of the people or something tonight?
no.
Eli, that checkup that he got in the back, like, it was way early. That checkup started literally right when you crossed the start-finish line. He didn't lift.
Yeah.
And ran into you on pretty much pit exit.
Yeah, and it turned me and killed whoever was behind me.
It killed. Well, you went up into muscles.
Well, I
then
went up
caught
into
me and Todd.
Todd. Yeah, I don't think I hit muscles at all.
Oh no, you're right. You got Todd, and then I was stuck in behind it. Me and Kyle White.
Yeah, it's like I'm fucking. It's just that whatever my fucking points deficit is gonna be fucking huge now.
I mean, I was in the same boat. I was running 6 behind Todd and got caught in that shit and finished 11th instead of where I should have been.
Yeah, it's just fucking disappointing that you get taken out by stupid shit like that after being incident.
That was just impatience. You can't make a hole where there's not one.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's why I was doing the the last 10 laps was trying to find a hole, but I couldn't find any, so I wasn't forcing the issue.
I was doing the same thing. That's what Keith was in the spot for me. He's like, man, if we can get a hole, Eli will go. It's just, I couldn't get Todd and Muscles were too.
Yeah.
They were struggling up there, and I didn't want to get on the inside of them for exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to do it from the outside lane too than the inside.
There just wasn't an opportunity. I tried to go outside, and that's when I got caught up in this.
Yeah, it's just fucking. I'm pissed.
Let's go watch the cockpit of Muscles when he got into.
Wait, maybe I did hit muscles, because it looks like his.
I don't know. From the cockpit view of the two, it didn't look like he got him.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, Muscles in that Nathan line, they kind of just got stuck together when they came through on that final, like, heading to the checker flag. If you look, they're literally bouncing on and off each other. There's no way to get apart. He got caught by.
It looks like he got hit too. Muscles.
Looks like he has a little bit of damage to the front somehow.
When y'all get done with that, I don't have it up anymore. Maybe we throw up live on Discord, and let's go look at the 98 and 13 during the race.
Sure, what do you want to see?
Just supposedly 98's blinking, can't hold a line, and got into 13 twice.
Well, I know that
when he was letting out.
13 was holding up the outside line when he was behind me. He was not pushing me at all. Like, at all. Like, he was keeping a car length in between. Like, it's not a big deal, but it's still, like, something that's, like, I don't know.
Well, now, I will say with Kyle, as much as I've run around him, once he knows he can push you, he will. But until then, especially something like that, he's not going to wreck the entire field, not knowing if you can take a push or not.
Yeah.
And you don't run with us a lot, on the other nights, so that could be some of it. So if you see that, you can tell Kyle, hey man, you can push me.
Yeah.
Right there's part of what he's bitching about. Although
Yeah.
he had.
Kyle's on a controller though.
No, different Kyle. Kyle Witt.
Yeah, that high side was not moving those last couple.
It couldn't. I went up to start it. Well, White went up to start. Nobody helped him. Then I went up to restart it right here, and that's when Eli got taken out and sent up into the back.
Well, I think Kyle was talking too about earlier in the race with the 98, not.
Yeah,
right
we have to go the whole way back because that was like.
I don't know where they were at together. Tyler, did you get anybody to stay in so you could interview them after the race, man?
What was that?
I said, did anybody stay in the Discord so you could interview them after the race?
Yeah, we actually got Justin Williams on, Brian Mabel on, and then Kyle K was able to get on. I wanted to get second place in, but he jumped out of the Discord before I could.
What was this deal with Woody at lap 69? What was the deal here? Was he lapped?
He was a lap down, and he said to go low, and because he was going high, and then I guess Justin just didn't get the message.
Well, that was probably the. Are you watching the?
I don't think he had
Yes.
anywhere to go. Is his problem? From what I was
Yeah, well,
watching
watch.
it.
He comes
No,
down,
he's-
and then he
he's
tries
in
to get
my
back out of the
stream.
way.
He's in my stream, and that's what he says. He says, go low, 3 to 4 times.
Yeah,
but
I
watch
heard,
it right
I
here.
heard that clear was go low like 3 to 5
Okay.
times, and then I just heard wrecking, and it's like, oh well. Well, I heard
I did
them
too,
fucking bitching at each other. I was like, well, they probably wrecked.
So he was yelling "Go low" right here, but watch. This is Justin Williams. I'm on board with. They got into him.
And he had like room
What
to
lap?
go down, and Brian probably could have let him in too, but.
Well, no, I
69
see.
to
This
30.
is 69.
I see what Dan says. You don't
I think
realize.
he got spooked because he's coming down.
He's watching in
Woody's
the
coming
rear
down
view.
right there.
Well,
Yeah.
I can guarantee he's looking in the mirror right there and going, okay, I got to make sure I'm out of their way.
But
And
look at this from Justin Williams' point of view. Like the
Oh, I
truck's
know.
coming down, he's trying to dodge. He was
Yeah.
trying to dodge Woody.
I agree with Justin. But yeah, that's all it is. Woody said, I'm going high, and he looked to make sure he wouldn't get in a wreck, and he just drifted down
Drifted a bit,
just a hair.
just
Yep.
enough to make him nervous.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
just racing.
There was nowhere to go. I mean, look right here, right there. Williams has nowhere to go. You're looking on both
No.
sides.
No, he didn't.
I think he had room to jump down though. Like if
He could,
Before
but the
that
problem
happened.
is when you're coming up here, so you can see it on the far chase. His spotter's probably telling him right here that he's got a car low. You know what I mean? And then
Yep.
the hole closes even more, and now you're like, well,
yeah, well, I feel
'cause you
like he could
couldn't
have done it a lot earlier too. Like because Brad was saying go low for a good
Yeah, they're saying go low at it in
15
like 3.
seconds. Yeah, like
yeah, I think
Well, no, that's different too. Now you go to put an audio in, and he's hollering go low, entering 3, or coming off.
Or
of
like-
yeah,
4.
no,
yeah.
he was yelling it in plenty of time. I think Woody just needs to do a better job of staying up at the fence there. 'Cause
Oh,
that
well,
was-
But
I mean-
with Eli, but Justin could have cleared low a lot earlier, and we wouldn't even be talking about it.
Yeah,
So you could put it
that's
on
what I'm
either
saying.
one of them. Yeah, you could put it on. Yeah, Justin should have went ahead and cleared now, when he heard it, when he was in 3 and 4, because he is clear, and then go around him, and then try to make a run. Or
yeah.
Woody should have stayed up against the wall more, and Justin wouldn't have hit him. So yeah, you could put on either one of them, in my opinion.
I would side with Justin on this one just because he's in the lead pack and he probably didn't want to run the low line. Plus,
I
he
would
wasn't
too.
that clear, to be honest with you. Like right here, you're clear, but it's not open for long.
Yeah, but
well, you
see,
go back a lot farther.
But here, he's still hollering you right here.
Yeah.
He's calling out 3 or 4 times.
And,
I'm
like,
staying high.
maybe-
I'm staying high. I'm staying high. I'm staying high. Okay, I need to clear low. I got
Yeah,
plenty
and
of time.
at this
plenty
point
of
right
time.
here, he's probably clear a good while. If Chopper or Blimp is gonna give a good view of it.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
That's
about
a
the
little
2 car. Eli,
more. Why did it switch?
The
Yeah,
eight.
no, we're
There we
talking
go.
about your incident with Brad. Or not? No, you're not, Justin.
yours.
So many
No.
different similar voices. No, the 2-car was
That's Todd.
fucked.
We were looking
I'm
at.
pissed about that. We already looked at it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I
I
think.
think if you play it back 10 times and you put yourself in each one of them, you're going to do 5 and 5, and you're going to be equal of what you should have done. I agree with Justin on part of it, and I agree
We're looking
with
at
Brad. Well,
Todd,
I feel like
Brad
there's a
just
lot
come down a
of
little bit. I do know Brad come down a little bit, 100%. Who's kind of watching his
there's a
review.
lot of room to clear there, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
he's saying go load probably the whole entire short shoot there.
Yeah.
I would say we just need, as lap cars, we need to try and get to the apron if you can, which could have happened there, and that issue is solved.
Either get to the apron or get against the wall, and do not look in the rear view. We've all been guilty of that. Trying to make sure you don't make a mistake, and you actually wind up making a mistake. Your
That's the
intentions
problem
were
is
awesome.
Yeah, but you're in the second lane at this point.
Yep, I agree.
So okay, well we looked at that one. What we were looking at. Kyle White wanted us to look at some stuff earlier. Let's go back to 4Gs. Todd, we have my screen's being shared. If you want to see
Jesus
what we're looking at.
Christ.
I'm watching. I got one I want you to look at too for me.
Okay, we'll get there.
Kentucky fucking lost. Bro, that fucking Christ, my bracket's fucked already.
Was that? Who were they playing? That was
St. Peter's.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. I'm taking so many.
What lap are we looking at this one?
We're not sure. That's what I'm kind of looking. Kyle White wanted us to look at some issues between him and
98?
Newton. Him and Newton. So I'm just kind of going back to see where it was, see what I missed. Well, actually, he's in the pack here, and then he's not, so let's see from here. Okay. Todd, what did you want us to look at?
Me and Matthew Montgomery on lap 64.
I wrecked your ass, is what I did on lap 64.
Well, Matthew actually wrecked his ass. I went to the middle because he went high and kept popping up high.
Keith, I bet this is what he's looking at.
Yeah, he wasn't able to hold the line behind me at all. Look at that.
He's in the wall by himself.
Yeah.
That's back to like before they fixed his damn steering.
Who is that?
It's Newton.
Newton, he's he's really trying. He is not, he's a dirt guy. And I talked with him yesterday.
He's modifieds.
Or modifieds, yeah. And he was working on it, and last week he did really, really good. But yeah, he's kind of back to his old ways here. Well, right there, he's just not holding the line at all.
I mean, in that tri-oval, we weren't really holding the line because I went down. I feel like the tri-oval can be a bit iffy, but here it's just like he just couldn't hold the line behind me.
I know they had an issue here somewhere because they bitched each other, so I'm just kind
Yeah,
of
see, he can't hold a line. That's where Kyle's griping right there.
Probably.
Which I will say, last week when he was holding his line, he was out
There's
front.
the blink.
Yep.
Yep.
I should have went ahead and probably removed that. That's on me. Next week we're not gonna let that. We're gonna give them one warning, and if they go that long, we're going to boot them.
And then that happens.
Oh yeah, I think this is where they would start arguing, but Kyle, I don't think saw him.
Well, I think Kyle said something there, and he moved out of the way.
Okay. All right. Anyway, Todd, what lap did you say that was? You were looking at
64.
just gonna
Look
fast
at
forward
me
until we
from
see
a
an issue.
far chase. I go to the middle inside of Matthew.
Yeah, we're on far chase here. I just panned it down a little bit.
I'm right on the
This
scene.
is 65.
Oh,
Was it
maybe I'm a
60?
lap too far. Was there a caution, Todd?
No, No.
Maybe I missed it. Did you get
Yeah,
slowed up?
Can you,
Like, am I
can
too
you-
far or do I need to go back? So I'm asking.
it's right. It's on 64. It's definitely on 64.
Let me go back to
And I go to
63
the
and watch
middle.
for it.
Yeah, go
I think it's right here. I think it's right here.
Oh, it's right when you cross into 64. Okay.
I go to the inside here, and then we kind of come up. We don't touch. When I get to the inside, I'm inside him. He thinks I've done it from the back. I guess I don't know. And he started raising hell with me. But I go to the inside, didn't touch him. We come up. We don't touch there. But if you watch me on that line, he comes back down and hooks himself, and he calls me everything but a good boy.
I mean, if you watch from this angle, watch your camera on the roof versus the black seam. It's not moving. I think you're straight.
It even goes down
I
a
mean,
bit at
you-
the end.
It
Yeah.
leaves that scene.
So you came up, but then you went back down way before contact. So like
Yeah.
here, you go up a little bit, and then you
I
caught
never
yourself.
touched him though.
No, and then you came back down.
Oh, and then you watch the distance. So go watch his distance from the wall and watch it grow just a little bit. I'm
what
a
number
Todd
is
on this one. I mean, I can see it from that view too. But yeah, watch this. He gets just a little bit low.
He closes his distance to that seam, and you can look on,
Yeah.
just from my transponder on a chase view. My transponder is almost right on the seam the whole time. And he,
Yeah.
well, it's just a little off, but
I don't
I think
disagree
it was
with
more
you.
of a racing incident. I mean, he didn't.
Yeah.
That's one.
I would,
think he's when I muted the chat on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
I
he's
understand
got a-
his
I think
legitimate
he's-
right.
It looks like he's just trying to follow the car behind in front of him, to be honest.
that happens a lot.
Which is what wrecks us more times than not.
Yeah, I mean, watch it from Todd's cockpit. It's straight.
It's just
contact.
like a, it's just
Yep.
like a, it's like a small movement too.
I would call that one. I'm with Keith. I would call that a racing incident. It's a game of inches, but he can't go all half cocked on the chat. You got to go back and watch it. Because that's
And that's
not a
the Montgomery
situation where
Cup.
we would have given anyone an EOL or anything. It's just it's tight racing, and
I
shit
totally
happens.
agree with that. There's
that's
no
to
EOL
Montgomery.
given, but he come back fired off at me and told me, why am I doing that? And I said, man, it's right. We're racing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Todd. I mean, that's the one that we had to kill the chat for a little bit, and that's why we can't go all half cocked on that. That's the only issue we've had tonight with that stuff.
Well, for everybody that's in here, and I'll try to remember to make it public next week, if the chat is banned, that is a slap on your wrist like a kindergarten teacher saying, okay, guys, let's be quiet. And if we enable it back and there's one word said, you're booted from the race at that time. No questions asked.
Great idea.
Anybody else have anything they want to look at?
Not if
Yeah.
you're trying to talk regular,
What's up, William?
but if it's the two that was squabbling, go back at each other. That's what I mean by that.
Oh yeah, if you decide to ban the chat, there's a valid reason. So I actually like the way you did that.
And guys, real quick, William, before you ask me here, for the record, we're not assigning penalties or anything here. We're just looking over stuff as a group to kind of. We don't even necessarily have to assign blame. We're just kind of giving our opinion on what happened and learning from it. So there's no. I mean, unless somebody legitimately took someone out, we didn't catch it, we're going back and finding it. This is just a exploratory exercise here.
I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing. And
Anyhow,
my question, your answer is just going to be an education for me. I'm not.
What,
Well, it's something to where if everybody's being level-headed, we can go, hey, can we go look at this? I want to know if I was wrong or he was wrong or how would we do it. Basically what this session's for. If anybody has something that they're really pissed about, then that's why we got the appeal room to go up there, and then we'll let people hit the bell, and then we'll all get out there.
William, what, real
Mike,
quick, what lap are you?
first run of pit stops. I was here. I was the first one in. And other than a little incident between me and JR, I think JR tapped me a little bit going into the pits. And it's not even about that. I got a penalty in the pits, and I had to sit there And I looked, I was not speeding when I went past the cone. Why did iRacing give me a penalty?
No, you're 58 miles. Wait, what's the speed limit here? 55 or 60?
60.
60 here.
Yeah, so you're.
Unless you fish
Oh,
time
here.
Oh, right
and
there.
There it is.
There it is.
65.
All right, I didn't look that far into it. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
I got my answer. It was me again.
Okay, Todd,
Right.
you wanted something else?
Yeah, on Eli's wreck, when we're doing like going down through there, and of course there was a little banner between the two of them, and Eli was right. The two just flat wrecked him. Are y'all looking at something like that to try and make that a little more like, hey man, you can't just, I mean, he just wrecked you.
So we went back and looked at that. I'm gonna go back to it again here, so everybody can see it, because that was before you guys all jumped in.
And it cost
For
a
the
lot.
long-
I was right behind Kyle.
Well, for the long and short of it, Todd, yes. And then once we watch it and you break it down, you'll understand why no.
Yeah. So here's the thing, Todd. It took me, you, and Kyle White out, and Eli, obviously. It looks really bad from the far chase, and it certainly was a mistake, no question. If you watch it from here, oh shit, it's Eli. I mean, Justin. No, wait, am I looking at the wrong?
It was
person?
the 2. The 2.
Jason Blaine.
Jason, sorry. I always get those two messed up for some reason. My bad. So there's a checkup right when they cross this finish line. So watch Eli. And it just doesn't lift enough and gets in the back of Eli. And then I don't think he could see you at that point. Or maybe he just started to and panicked and went down and took Eli out. The answer here is when there's a checkup this far ahead, right? Like this is a lot of room. This is almost the whole pit road. And if you bunch the guy in front of you and get him a little loose, just let up. Yeah, I know it's the last white flag lap, but if he lets up there, we all still race on at least through turn 1.
Yeah.
Without issue. Instead, he went high and then.
But I think every one of us has been guilty of that at one time or another.
We have. This is a teachable moment here. And if you watch really closely, when he goes around Eli here, he actually, when he starts to come up the track, the banking changes and it pushes on him and he panicked. So you can see how he's turning, it wasn't going anywhere?
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. He, instead of letting up, he went to go around and then it pushed on him, and to avoid Todd, he came down way too hard and took Eli out.
You can't see throttle and pedals
for other
no,
people.
it won't. It will
Only
not
for
allow
other
you.
people.
Yeah.
You can see your own, but you can't see it for other people.
I think all you can do is just hear the engine noise.
Hold on.
Yeah. So you know if they lift, but you don't know if they brake. Because there was some incidents tonight that I thought there was some arc braking, and it wasn't.
You know, to me, it's still hard to believe that
That's
Kyle
showing
is
the
driving with
clutch
his controls.
just all the way.
He is, man. Like I tell everybody, when muscle's on, he's on. But when he's off, he'll run all over the damn place.
It's hard to believe, because I was pushing the heck out of him one time, and
he was doing better getting pushed tonight than he normally does. He's normally a better pusher than he is being pushed. It's like, I think he takes his eyes off, but he did really good tonight. Everybody did good tonight.
Watch the miles per hour too.
I mean, you can see the RPMs here if you watch him. He briefly lets off after he got into Eli, or well, right before, I guess. Sorry, don't look at this. This isn't right. This doesn't work. But there's just a very quick blip. That should have been a full let off.
Yeah, because I had to hit the brakes even to avoid slamming into whoever was in front of me. Or
I mean,
Some
people are afraid
have
to hit
to.
the brake on a super speedway.
But
yeah,
this
well,
this
no,
one he
I
didn't have to. This
definitely,
is just a let up for him.
I think I might have hit the brake, or it might have just been in response to me getting almost turned, like pushed out. I saw on my thing I hit the brake though.
Yeah, but I'm saying he didn't have to. He could have just left.
Yeah, he
off
could have
the
just
whole way and everything would have
lifted,
been fine.
and it would have been.
That's what I mean.
We would have still been racing instead of me ending up in the wall with Todd. So
yeah, so that one's a definite mistake. All right, anybody else have something you want to see here?
Keith, can y'all say something? At Talladega, it doesn't matter because Talladega is wide enough. 3 racing's not a problem. 3 wide's not a problem, but really 3 wide's not a problem here. And what happens that I see is because Michael Davis said it to me too earlier in that race. He said, "Well, why are you going 3 wide?" Well, they wash out so wide to the wall. They've left that line there. you know, that's a mistake. Kind of like you were saying, he checked up because he pushed in that corner. When you wash out to the wall and you leave a truck and a half wide, everybody that races is going to try to take that spot and move you to the outside, and it pushes you to the back, like getting caught in the middle for the Cup guys at Talladega. Well, it's the same thing when you wash out. Somebody goes underneath. Well, the guys behind you are usually going to follow you, and you're going to get sucked to the end of that line. Well, everybody gets mad about it. Like, why did you go to the inside? I think we need to talk about that. Well, you need to quit washing out and leaving that line there. Because
Yeah, I mean, it's part of racing. Like, if you watch my in-car, because I was following you and Muscles there for the last 2 laps or whatever, I've consciously made the decision to not go on the inside just because it was going to take us all out. But it just depends on who you are and who you're racing around. Because, like, if you do that to me, I go up, we're fine. But I know Muscles on joysticks on the top line at Daytona, it puts him in a really bad spot, so I didn't want to dive in to you guys. But it's one of those deals. And Todd, we talked to Eli and I talked about this after last weekend. It's part of racing. You can't get mad about 3 wide anywhere. You can't get mad if somebody doesn't drop down because they want to live or stay in the middle lane. Like, all that shit is fair game. There's nothing wrong with it.
And that's what I told Matthew, and I also told Michael the same thing. I said, it's called racing, guys. If you leave a line there, everybody in Cup racing is going to stick their nose in it. That goes without saying. We're not Cup racers. I understand that. But some of us are good enough that if you make a mistake and push out, I'm going to stick my nose in there and try to get that position and help the guys behind me get the position too.
I will say this on my end. 20 to go, I might stick it in there. 10 to go, there's no freaking doubt, and it is what it is. But if I'm 20 laps in the race, I'm probably going to lift and just ride because that's what I'm trying to do. That's my opinion. Not saying I'm right or wrong.
It is situational.
It's all about just the situation.
But I got to know, that's the thing about me. See, I know Eli and I know Kyle. Both of those guys are pretty much going to push that limit. If I leave it open, they're going to take it. So I'm going to race them different. I'm going to stay on that yellow line harder. But I'm running with Todd. Todd says, I like to drift up too a little bit. Well, I'm going to drift up with you. So I think that's what the league is about. We got to know who we race around. And if a guy's putting his nose in there or he's leaving it open, then you guys have got to learn how to race around each other.
Yeah, it's just going to be learning everyone. See, this is exactly what I was doing this last couple of laps. Is I knew Eli would take that middle, so I didn't give him the room. If you watch the fast forward on this, I'm not following Todd and Muscles because I didn't want to give enough room for Eli to come up and take that middle. Like,
yeah,
it's
the entire last 10 laps, I was looking for something in the middle. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I know.
We were done with race control, and I went to spotting for Dan, and I told Dan, I said, Eli, I'll go with you if I can get you cleared high and him high. And it just never worked.
No,
the middle at the end of the race is the fastest line anyway.
Oh, by far. But you got to be able to get in there and know that whoever
entire
is
field.
in front of
And Todd, what you did a good job of keeping Dan from opening that middle line as well. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
you did nothing wrong. Dan did nothing wrong. But Dan could have probably stuck it in a couple of times a little bit harder on the inside or outside. And made
like here,
it's not even worth it. 10 laps to go.
Yeah. See, we're like 2 laps to go here, and I can shoot that gap. But I'm watching you and Muscles, knowing that Muscles likes to run a little higher through the turn and then drop back down. If I do that, it's going to wreck all of us. Because Todd's going to follow Muscles, and then we all go. So it's just knowing who you're with and who you're around.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's just racing awareness. We're just going to have to know who we're around at all times. I mean, we know there's some of us that can't hold a line as good. Some of us have good nights, some bad nights. And going into the next season, it's even going to be better. This is our first paid season, guys. We're learning just like you guys are. And that's why we're sitting in here and listening to everybody.
Well, I'm not actually asking for any corrective action to be done. I'm just asking for you guys as admins to say, listen, if you guys wash up, this is racing. 3 wide on any track that we run at is acceptable because we're all racing. And then that way they know, well, I don't need to wash up so much because some of them just can't hold the line like he was talking about that Newton guy. He wasn't holding the line all night. So you got to kind of get by him and get him out of the way.
I can't do that because I know there's tracks that if I wash up just a little bit more, I'm running a faster lap if I
Well,
do that, especially with somebody behind me. As long as I don't move up a full truck width and let you get your complete nose under me where you can't go below the yellow line no matter what, I think it's okay. And I think the guy behind them needs to be patient or figure out a way to go around. No different than going to Martinsville. You keep rubbing the bottom line, I can't get around you. I got two choices. Try the high line or move you out of the way.
I think a lot of it depends because a lot of guys, if they're making that open, the next second they're probably going to be coming down on you. So it's a very big risk to make because a lot of guys aren't going to be necessarily aware that you're going to be going for that gap.
Now, do you want to stick your nose up there a couple of times and let the guy know, hey, you know, I'm about tired of this? I don't have a problem with that. That's like a short track. You're in my way. I give you a couple of love taps.
I pull it out and just let him know I wanted to come.
And maybe you even want to key up on the radio, say, hey man, 29, you keep drifting up. I'm gonna take that hold. Just let you know. That's a warning. I think that would give me a warning to go, oh shit, I need to change my line or Todd's gonna wreck me or get out of the damn way.
Hey Todd, just for future reference, I know you were probably pissed here, but make sure you lock up your brakes because I think I would have made it past you. But if you watch the, I mean, you get sent into the wall. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying if you lock up, there's a chance that at least one more of us can get by this. Because you come down pretty hard there. Or if you just locked up and stay where you're at, just be cognizant of that moving forward. I mean, I realize you just got taken out in the last lap.
That's something we all need to do. Once we're in a certain position, just lock it up. You're not going
to I tried to keep it up against the wall, but as Eli was changing his position on the wall, it kicked me back.
It kicked you out. I'm just saying if you drug the brakes there, there's a chance that I at least slide by enough.
Yeah.
God, did you see the net code out of that one guy before you? That it net coded with Eli.
Oh, that's Kyle White. So watch. Kyle goes by Eli and it just boots him.
Oh,
but it doesn't really stop him. It just kind of like it's almost like you hit a speed bump.
Where? Yeah, and
right
I was trying to be
Kyle.
quicker on the cautions tonight as well to help you guys out to stop any extra curricular stuff.
He jumped through Greg.
He did, I know. I mean, Kyle's got a reason to be pissed off.
I think the main thing about that just pissed me off is that I just ran a clean race all night, and that was my first 4X right there. Was that fucking?
So you're saying I wasn't in the race and you didn't wreck me, so you ran a clean race?
Yeah, definitely.
I get the frustration, man. I'm telling you, dude. I've had it.
It was just like I run up front all race. 0X, clean race, and then all of a sudden it's just like some guy doesn't lift and wrecks me. So,
hey guys, I want to say goodnight to y'all.
See you, William.
Hey, William.
Good night, Will.
Dude, I was in the same spot last week. Me and JR got into each other. I literally could see the checkered flag, and I was 0X before that. So I completely understand that frustration.
I got into JR tonight trying to push him past the outside row, and his truck shifted and it shifted, and that happens in a blink of an eye, and you can't hardly get out of it quick enough to make that move.
Especially if someone's
down
behind you.
to the grass, and I apologized to him a few laps later because I knew I'd screwed him up. Hell, he was up there battling for the lead, and I'm trying to push him past him, and it just. He was squirrely, and then there he went.
That was the other one I wanted to look at.
Hey, I just want to say thanks for letting me join. I enjoy racing with you guys, and I like what you're doing here. This is pretty important stuff. I like this. Nobody
Absolutely,
knows who
man.
I am, but that's all right.
Bill, right?
Bill. It's Bill.
Yeah, I just finished second. I was happy about that. So,
Mr. Bill.
No, man, that's what this place is for, man. It's like family. We're gonna feud, and after races it might be heated, and we need to carry it on to another day, and then again we might can sit here and do it like we're doing right now.
Yeah, I like that you're doing this. This is, I mean, I'm in a couple Discords, and they don't do anything like this. So,
well, we're learning. Cush has been doing this for several years, and he just moved it up, trying to step it up to be more elite and with the money situation. So we're learning too, and that's why we're here.
yeah, Kush, thanks for letting me in. I know I missed the first race, but I've been racing with you guys mostly every night, trying to get in, and I appreciate you letting me in.
Yeah, man. I appreciate
Happy
you
to have
coming
you,
in.
Bill.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
I gotta learn some guys like you guys. You guys know how everybody drives. Just so you know, with me, I'm the same way. I'll go. I like the bottom line. You're lucky if I hit the middle, and I'll hardly ever go to the top. So just so you guys know that.
Okay.
So you're definitely a bit of the opposite of me, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, there's no reason to go 3 wide, 20 laps in, like you said.
Oh
I
no,
mean, come
definitely
on,
not.
with 60 laps left, you know.
The only time I'm going 3 wide with like 20 laps in is to just like if there's a gap that if there's like a gap I'd be stupid not to take, I'm taking it.
But see, you guys can do it. I'm a little leery about that, and I think I'm a little more of a more careful, and not always going for the win, just trying to secure a good spot, you know.
Yeah, man. If you're not comfortable going 3 wide, don't do it. I
I
respect
won't. I
that.
won't.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get I get in the middle. And it's like, man, I want to get down to that bottom, but I don't want to say, hey, let me down there. And
I mean, look, Keith is like that. He has certain. He doesn't like being pushing the leader on the outside line in 3 wide. He knows it, and he just doesn't do it.
I can't do it. I can lead on the outside line, and you can push the shit out of me all the way around the track, but don't put me behind you. I'm working on getting better at that.
Yeah.
You might need to run behind me a bit then, because I feel like I am an expert at the highlight at this point.
I like the high line.
I love
like
leading. Like I said, I don't trust myself enough.
Are you guys running with single monitors or triples or what?
I am.
I think most of us are single monitors.
Does the triple help you on that? Going 3 wide?
Yeah, I run triple monitors. Going 3 wide, it does help you because your FOV is expanded because you've got that peripheral vision, and it allows you to see those cars better on the outside of you. A lot, because I've watched people race with single monitors.
Yeah, I have a 35-inch curve, but I'd like to get 2 more.
Well, I want to say, since after last week we had such a BS meeting after that we had to deal with, I want to congratulate every driver, and if I forget, please remind me next week to tell everybody what a great race and clean and respected this was for the majority. I mean, in my opinion, it was probably our best race of the season.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Hey,
we didn't have a caution till like 40.
No.
41. That's what I'm looking at right now.
I don't have the race up. I saved it, but
well, now you can see it live in Discord if you see Dan.
I also have it, but I want to see if you could put up the picture. I'm curious to see how close I came to finishing first.
Oh yeah, give me 1 second. I just wanted to look at this rack. I just remembered.
Yeah.
Whoops, I need the O2.
I'll tell you what, even though there was not a lot of action, it was really enjoyable to watch in race control.
We went 41 laps, and netcode caused the first accident.
Wow, yeah.
Look at where he starts to spin. There's no contact.
I saw him wrecking behind me. I was like, well, that's cool.
I thought the big wreck was going to be at the pit because so many cars pitted in that first.
Okay. I did too.
20
I did
cars.
too, Todd.
I don't know how I
For
managed.
sure.
I went from like 4th to 2nd on pit road. I think I actually came out first after. I don't know how I managed that.
If everybody would practice pit road during practice, Wednesday night, Thursday night, doesn't matter. If everybody would do that, they would get on pit road faster and you wouldn't have incident. Because I'm telling you, I can pass. I guarantee you there's 30-something people in this league. I will pass 28 of them.
That's pretty much what I did because I passed. The only person
but I won't get a penalty.
Passed.
I'm not going to get a penalty either.
Yeah, like the only person I didn't pass going into the pits was William, and it was damn close. And I was sat 4th.
You guys are computer guys. That's awesome. Sorry.
No, I mean I've just practiced it so much. I know what I can do.
Wow, man!
I did the same thing, Keith.
Amazing.
Every racetrack I go to, I practice the pits at least once or twice.
That's why I like green flag runs, because I have literally, when I ran Daytona 500, I came in 7th and come out 2nd, and then within 2 laps was 1st, just by that strategy.
It's easy.
It is. I mean, all you got to do is
you know the limits.
Yep.
Of the car, especially.
Now I can't do that in the next gens, but I can do it in the trucks.
I don't
run
even
pit road by screwing
practice.
it up multiple times.
Yeah, I don't even practice pit road anymore. Like maybe once, and that's it.
I
I
don't
like
either.
Southeast.
I just take it easy at this point.
Speaking of
Easier than-
next gens, have y'all ran next gens with the changes on the updates at
We ran
ISS?
them. Oh no, we ran
not
them last night at Talladega.
Man, the ISS track in the next gen is really good. That whole whoop-de-doo bump slide up crap. The next gen cars, there's hardly ever a slightest move. They figured something out there that made that a whole. They don't run near as fast. In the draft, they run about 200 mile an hour, but it's a whole lot better.
Yeah, I think Cush has a lobby up. I don't know if there's still room in it though.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. I appreciate what you guys
There
are doing
is.
here. I can't wait to get in here next week. So
Yeah, I'll see y'all because I got school in the morning. It's 11:30.
Yeah. If
So
anybody
Yeah,
wants to
thank you,
keep
Bill.
running, man, there's a lobby up.
all right, take care, guys.
I'll catch y'all. It was a fun race. Ending could have gone a bit better, but
Yeah, it happens.
Oh shit!
I'm just curious. What's my points deficit? Have we figured that out yet?
I don't know if he's got it up or not, but I will say,
No.
Eli, thank you so much for the other night.
For what night?
Just when me, you, and Dan was going through the appeals
Oh
process.
yeah.
I appreciate the vision you brought, and then as it went on, and I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, it kind of sucks the margin of what happened, but it still happened. So there's really nothing to argue about, I guess.
Well, and that's why we're going to start policing, because I mean, it looks like right now we're going to have at least 3 of us in the race control. So we're going to watch it during the race. Like, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of sitting back and watching the entire racetrack to kind of look for cautions, and then we got Javon looking at one part, Ryan looking at one part, and as Zach comes in, he'll be looking at another part. So it's going to be a lot better than what it was the first 2 weeks. I think tonight showed that.
Yeah, I think it just, for me, like, I had a lot of fun racing. I was up front, all race. And I had a pit strategy worked out good. So, but it was just at the end that one mistake that's not even your fault just costs you the whole race and puts you in a deeper points deficit than before.
But is that not what happens in NASCAR?
I mean, it happens in NASCAR still, but they have a lot more races than us too.
I know, you're right,
Yeah,
right.
That's
true.
triple.
That's true.
Hey, we need to let Bill know, because I don't think he was aware of that stuff with Eli last night, but if you watch this, he would have done the same thing. His win would have been DQ'd. Now, I would argue that he got forced down there to get past whoever the green truck is beside him because of the wreck. But right here, you got to get back up or drop back. If he had passed Muscles for the win here, it wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, I'm not even seeing it now.
Oh, shit. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
Stop sharing it because I thought we were done. All right, let's go. Bill was 4. Here we go. 4 chase. So he gets forced down because of the wreck.
Yeah, he was just wreck avoiding at that point, and then.
Yeah, and I would argue that the 16, that's fair game, but right here, if you don't get back up.
Yeah, he should have come back up.
He's got to get in behind the 24.
Right. Well, and he didn't pass here, so he didn't get past Muscles, so no big deal. But had he passed Muscles there and won it, no go.
That's true.
So I think like I said, I think the 16's fair game because we're both trying to avoid, and you just end up there. But I think second's the best he could have done there.
Yep, I agree.
So we just need to.
Yep.
Eli's having PTSD.
Nah, it's not that. It's just I'm disappointed in the race. Well, not disappointed. It's just the ending.
That's how I was last week, man. I was motherfucking everybody until I watched the replay.
Yeah, it's understandable. I'm just, I'll just have to make my set up again.
That's why I took some of the blame. I mean, took the blame last week, even when Kush told me not to, because I mean, I made some of those decisions that was not race related. It was personal, and I was wrong.
Does anybody else want to say anything on this before I close it?
No, I got it.
I gotta go to bed. I'll catch y'all though. I'm gonna have a fucking struggle during school tomorrow. Shit. Good thing I have an energy drink.
Alrighty,
I'll catch y'all though. Yeah, I'll catch y'all.
Can you go to lap 63?
Fuck, Woody, I just closed it. You didn't speak up fast enough.
Sorry. I had to unmute it.
My bad. What did you want to see, Woody? What were you looking at?
Oh, you good, Woody? You're good on that.
No, this is before that. Before I got my rear end smashed in. It was somebody came down on me. I just didn't know what truck it was.
Fuck, sorry, brother. I didn't
You're
see
fine.
it.
You're fine. You're fine.
I don't know.
I
Did
don't
anyone
know if
save
I'm
the
gonna-
replay?
I don't think I'm gonna run this one. I don't know if I can handle Dan. Herring, that is, not Brazil.
Well, you know, both. I was actually thinking about going to bed.
Because somebody came down on me
I think I am.
on lap 63 or 64.
Yeah, I'm out too, Keith.
All right, bud. I'll
Keith,
be.
do you save these?
I do
you
not.
save the? Okay, I
do
thought
not.
somebody saved the replay.
I think Kush saves them. I don't have enough room on my computer's reason I don't.
Okay.
I have it saved.
If not, what we've come to is if you want to come to us and appeal it, then you bring the video. We're not saving it.
Well, I have no problem saving if somebody lets me know before I close it. I don't.
To appeal.
I don't have a problem. Like I said, if someone lets me know before we close it out, I don't have a problem saving it because then I can look at my own camera angles and form an opinion without having to fumble through someone else's.
Well, I mean, we can do it, but he wants them to bring us video evidence because he says that way they've got to go back and watch it, and if they really believe they were in the right, then they can appeal it.
We might want to tell everybody that then. That way they save the replay.
It's the same thing with iRacing, isn't it? Don't you have to do that on iRacing?
Yeah, you got to send them the video.
Yeah. Well, that's what Jerry's wanting to do. He's wanting to run it as close to that. And I mean, I know we get blitzed a little bit some nights and do some shit we shouldn't, and we got to get better at that. But I think that's why tonight happened. Jerry raced. We did what we did. Going forward, that's what we're going to do to be great and run it like NASCAR does. That's what he's wanting.
Sounds good to me.
I'm good with it.
I'm good.
Vincent's got an 87s up at Kansas.
Dave does.
Keith, I want to know who that old man is in your camera though.
Well, you talking about my old gray beard?
I just noticed it.
I'm old son of a bitch, that's why. Hey, the one thing I feared all my life was to be like Pawpaw and Daddy and not have no hair. Well, the good Lord blessed me with plenty of hair on my head, but he didn't give me a whole lot of facial hair. But my wife says she likes it, so I'm good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
As long as your husband's happy.
You said Dave Vincent had one up?
Yeah, they got a World of In-Laws up. It's closed now, but they.
Oh, that's what it was. They probably put it on their damn Discord. That's the new series we're running. It's, I don't know.